What's up, my dudes? So, it's been about a century and a half since I've made a video on one of these MXGP games, or any milestone game for that matter. Milestone, you kind of dead over there? What's going on, big dog? Your game starts shitting the bed a little bit. Spency Boy's saying, you know, Supercross sucks, worst one you've ever made. Your newer MXGP game, slow as fuck, boring as fuck. You're going down the wrong road, Milestone. You know, Spency Boy tried to tell you, and here we are. It's as if Milestone Motocross dirt bike games never even existed. Quite literally. I don't see a single solitary soul making content other than just like this right here that's a weird little goofy little, you know, just trying to go back and look at one of the older Milestone games. Like, the replayability on these games is almost none. You'd have to go back to the DMort best ones like MXGP, MXGP 3, you know, Supercross 3, Supercross 2, you know, you'd have to go back to something like that to even really find much replayability at all. So, yeah, so we heard about, you know, the whole new company gonna be making the MXGP games. I can't remember the name of it exactly, but we heard about that, like, what was that, last year or some shit? So, you know, you would have been expecting some sort of an announcement at this point, like saying, okay, you know, you're going to have MXGP 2025 or whatever. I don't know. I guess I don't know if they would come out with one later this year, but we did get that confirmation that there is a company working on the MXGP games for like the next, I don't remember, it's like the next 3 or 4 years or something like that. So, you know, at the very least, I think we'll end up seeing that. But I don't know. I mean, it has literally went like radio silent from any sort of milestone dirt bike game news of any kind out there. Kind of crazy when you think back to it, man. I mean, those are some of the biggest, you know, dirt bike games that have ever been released. And I don't mean big like they were the best ones. Certainly not. But, I mean, that's probably one of the biggest things my channel's known for, even though it started on MXM and started with the crazy-ass trippy MX custom tracks, trippy SX, trippy, you know, Space Boy, you know, Pluto, all that shit, right? But I mean, some of my biggest videos was on those reviews of all those different milestone games. You know, bad or bad, you know what I'm saying? A little bit of that action. So, it's just crazy now. We're kind of, seems like we're to this point where I don't have like a new milestone game to review every year, which gives me a really weird kind of feeling. You know, it was a fun little time, man. But I just thought Milestone was going to keep on pumping them out. Like, I really didn't think they would have stopped. And I don't even know if they have really stopped. I think they've just kind of taken a bit of a break or something of the sort. Yeah, Milestone, when you make the same game every year for 27 years, yeah, you probably need to take a little break, bro. Change the company up a little bit, you know. So now they've had quite the substantial amount of time here to sort of maybe end up making something new. You know, it's almost like they restart that whole process over again, where it's like, okay, maybe now they've got something better or newer or something, right? But the whole motocross gaming genre is kind of in a weird state, because it's like, yeah, bikes is popping off, you know, a lot of people getting into that, but it's like you just stripped away the milestone games completely, so that's not even like an option anymore, really. Legends, I mean, you know, Legends is still Legends, however you want to take that, you know what I'm saying? So there's not really like a whole lot of brand new shit coming out, you know, and MX bikes, I mean, it's cool, but I certainly think it's going to sort of start to reach a point where it either, you know, the fans start to get a little bit tired of it, little bit burnout of it with the instant gratification side of MX bikes where it feels like you can just, you know, start scrubbing like you're Deegan and you barely even play the game. All of the, I just don't know how long, super long-term bikes is going to be in that sort of a sense. I think it really is helping bikes right now. The fact that there really ain't no other, like, arcade moto game competition going on. You know, bikes is the only remotely new kind of moto game as far as, like, getting on Steam and kind of getting the community built up around it and all the custom content, you know. But MX Simulator is still MX Simulator, right? You know, RF is still shitting a bed with a lot of their different decisions on that game, which is making it not as fun right now, you know, making the berm smaller, making the pre-made smaller, you know, all of that shit. So I don't know, man. It's an interesting little time in moto gaming for sure. Definitely let me know down in the comments what you guys think about it, but I think it'd be a good time to come out with another MXGP game because I think the moto gamers are kind of looking for something right now, you know? And, you know, like I say, I feel like MX Simulator lasted and is still going. A lot of people still play MX Simulator hardcore, still kind of underground because it's not really on Steam. It's, you know, not got, you know, some modern graphics or super modern first person cameras and stuff like that. But physics wise though, MX Simulator is still God tier level. It's still Pastrana tier level. So, you know, there's still that option always sitting there, and that's still the moto game I play the most. Still the moto game that gives me the most reward feeling for putting a lot of time into the game. So, yeah, I don't know. A new MXGP game could be a cool little something, you know, kind of get people on to something new for a minute, right? I know a lot of people are kind of looking for that. I mean, Legends has been out for a minute, and, you know, I know Bikes is still going, but it's starting to get where, you know, Bikes has been out for a little while. Oh, but wait, Spencer's still in beta. Yeah, beta 7,420, okay? MX Bikes has been out for a while. So, you know, with any moto game, it don't matter if you're talking about Reflex in its heyday, MX Simulator in its heyday. I think MX Simulator could have another heyday if they just start making the tracks like they used to, not literally making them entirely around the dog shit ass deformation system of MX Sim. I think it's a good time for Milestone or whatever company is working on this shit to be, you know, coming out with some sort of trailer. I think moto games are kind of in a weird, not dead state, but just sort of, you know, all the newer, whatever, you know, quote unquote newer, there really is no new moto games. Like I'm saying, even Bikes and Legends are starting to get, you know, 5, 6 or 9 years old, you know what I'm saying? So, it, you know, these, even the new moto games starting to pack on those years pretty quick that they've been out. I don't know what the next MX vs. ATV shit's gonna be, but, you know, I don't know. It seems like we're getting to that point here where it's like, okay, are we gonna see something new moto gaming wise, or what's going on here, right? It's kind of like you're gonna basically be stuck, we're gonna be stuck with what we got right now for the next 5 years unless there's a new MXGP game or a new Supercross game, and that's the only thing I'm seeing here that's, you know, potential of something brand spanking new, you know. But either way, man, definitely let me know down in the comments. I'll see y'all boys in that next one later, dude.